Check, check. Mic check, test 1, 2. Mic check, test 1, 2, 3. Audio level check 1, 2. Mic check, test 1, 2, 3. Mic check, test 1, 2. Interview level check 1, 2, 3. Mic check, test. I want to confirm my feed to Espen real quick. Check 1, 2. Mic check. Thank you. Eli Jenkins, Chris Landrum, John Grass. Eli Jenkins, Chris Landrum, John Grass.
Once again, folks, same procedures as yesterday. Please turn off or put your phones on vibrate, and we will ask you to identify yourselves and to whom you're addressing the question. First, we'll start off, Coach. Great season. Congratulations on the season. What's your overview of today?
Well, it's not our best day, of course. You know, we'd like to have played a lot better. You know, it's been a long time since we've been held to, 200 yards of offense and, turned over 4 times. So we definitely did not play our best. But take my hat off to North Dakota State. They played a great game and, played really well. And they've been here for a reason. They're that good. And like I said, we just didn't give them a good game today. So the Gamecocks didn't play very well. But that's not the way I'm gonna remember this much. We played well through the season, and it was great to get here. And I think our guys showed a lot of heart and class in the second half. To have the first half that we had, to get behind, 24-0. And then to rebound and get back in the game and, make it a little bit of a game there in the third quarter. And, first of the fourth quarter, it was, that showed a lot of character out of our team as well. But take my hat off to North Dakota State. They, 5 in a row is a pretty special deal for them to have done that.
Okay, we have hand mics, so ask right up here. Why don't you give it to him? We'll start with a question for anybody.
Daniel McFadden with the American Sports Network. Coach Grass, how did it affect your game plan only getting one drive offensively in the first quarter, if at all?
Oh, I think it's big. When you get a drive against them, they were able to keep the football away from us. And that's one thing I said before the game was ever played, that turnovers were going to be big. Third downs were crucial, and we just couldn't, we couldn't get off field on third down. Defensively, they kept the ball away from us. Pretty much most of the game. We wasn't able to, convert on third downs. We had a couple penalties on third downs that really hurt us. I thought the punt, when we decided to punt, it was fourth and about 6 inches, and our 2 gunners had a chance to make a play on the ball and get them inside the 1, and we don't make that play, and they get it back out on the 20, and they, flip the field right back on you and get points out of that drive. I thought that was a huge turning point in the game, and like I said, we're kind of out of sync, out of rhythm offensively. in the first half for whatever reason. And like I said, it's been a long time since we threw it for 57 yards passing, so we usually better, through the air there. But like I said, they made some good plays.
Okay, here in the back, right there.
Joe Allen, ABC Birmingham. Chris, have you guys seen an offense this season quite like theirs, just in terms of their ability to extend drives and eat up clock?
No, we haven't. I mean, and we knew coming in that one of our things that we had to do to win the football game was get off the field on third down and get our offense on the field. And first half especially, we didn't get off the field on third downs, and we didn't get our offense the ball enough. And we credit North Dakota State for that. They're a great offense, and we knew coming into it we had to stop them on third down and not let them sustain drives. But they did it. They did a great job at it.
Okay, we're up here on the first row.
Craig Stevenson, Mail.com. For Chris, what were your impressions of Wentz, especially his ability to get out of the pocket and run when he was pressured?
I mean, a lot of their passes we saw on film of him. He stayed in the pocket, but when the pocket broke down, we knew he was a mobile quarterback. We knew he was a good quarterback run from their run game, and I mean, coming into the game, we knew that, so it wasn't really a surprise. We just didn't do a good job of pressuring him for one thing up front, and we just gotta give our DBs a chance. And we didn't give him a chance up front by pressuring him at all. He had all day, and when he didn't have all day, he made plays and got outside of the pocket and made great throws. And I credit North Dakota State for that too.
Well, back, I'll say this about Wentz, too. I should have said that in the opening remarks. I seen him out there in the hall, and I couldn't see him on the field. There's too many people on the field, but just commended him. I still say I was glad he got to play the game, his last college game, and he's definitely a top 5 quarterback going into the draft. He had a great day. He played phenomenal. He made every throw he needed to make, and he was on the money. So for a guy that hadn't played in, 10-11 weeks. He come out there and looked like he is, right in sync and played really well. He's going to be a good pro quarterback. He can get the job done, and he does run the ball very well on, scrambles and on design quarterback runs. So he's every bit as good as advertised for sure.
Okay, back here in the back again.
Joe Allen, ABC Birmingham. Eli, what was North Dakota State doing from a defensive standpoint that made it tough for the passing game to get going today?
We just got behind. I mean, the turnover was crucial. I threw an interception early in the game. We fumbled, so just playing from behind kind of pressured us, and they made great plays. Some plays I was amazed of. The guy diving for the interception, that was a great play. I knew 49 was a great player. He made a great play on the ball. It was just we kind of just shot ourselves in the foot. Throws was there. I missed some throws that usually I make 9 out of 10 times. I mean, just playing from behind really just killed us.
Okay, up front here.
Eli, can you explain what happened on the one fumble where it appeared you were trying to hand it off? What happened on the execution of that handoff?
We got plays that we got an option to run the ball or throw the ball in the same place. So I seen something. I seen the outside linebacker kind of get out of there, so I wanted to hand the ball off, and it was just a miscommunication with me and the running back. And me and the running back got to know what's going on. I should have let him know that maybe I was going to hand the ball off. It was just a miscommunication, and just bad luck on our hand.
You got up front here, somebody.
Joe Medley at Anniston Star. John, a couple of big picture questions. One, just getting here for the program, sum up, I guess, what that means, and also Buster finished with the OVC single season rushing record today. I was wondering if you could address that too.
Huge for Buster and our offensive line. I think you commend our offensive line on that, and he's been outstanding, throughout the playoffs and really consistently, through his career. He's done everything we've asked him to do. He's grown as a person as well as a player, and I'm glad he got the honor of breaking that single season record, and what an accomplishment for him, our offense and offensive line. I think getting here, it's huge. First time, heck, you're talking about a program 3 years ago that had not won a FCS, playoff game. and to be sitting in the national championship game is where, you know, our dreams and goals were, and we got here and we just didn't play very well and we lost the game. So our goal will still be the same: is get back here, but we want to win. You know, it's we'll say, and you ain't gonna be happy unless you win your last one. So it's pretty tough walking in that dressing room and addressing our guys after that, because they just our guys really felt like, you know, we were gonna win this game. You know, we didn't feel like we were you know, we're gonna lose this game. And like I said, if you can handle that, if you play your very best and you get beat by a great team. If you get beat by a great team and you don't play very well, you don't feel very good. So I mean, that's kind of where we're at.
Okay, Mark.
Coach, Craig Haley from Stats. I think it was easy for the media, for fans to talk about the experience factor coming into this game, and perhaps the first half reflected that. Would you say so, the way the first half went?
I don't know. I think our guys were as ready to play. I don't think the environment bothered them at all. I don't know if it was. I kind of question myself, because I blame myself. I got to do a better job of getting them ready to play. You know, that's where I'll look in the mirror tonight and try to figure out what I did wrong. You know, but it's I don't know if it's a layoff of the 3 weeks. You know, because we were just hitting on all cylinders. You know, coming out of that semifinal game, and I thought we handled the 3 weeks, you know, pretty good. I'll evaluate that, and, you know, next time here, you know, question some of that stuff. But I think you can ask the guys. I think we were about as ready as we could play, maybe a little too ready, you know. So I don't know. We've been waiting, anticipating, you know, 11 o'clock to get here and waiting on it, and I think we may have pressed a little bit. You know, and so that's one of the things I'll evaluate as well, you know, and we'll sit back and, you know, kind of reflect on it. But I do think the experience they have of getting here and doing it multiple times, I've said it before, they're guys, when playoffs start, you look at them on film, they're a different team.
Sure.
You know, they know how to win the games.
Just as a follow, you were discussing some of your players. Just, I mean, here you have a returning player in Eli, you have Chris moving on. Just, can you reflect on next year, what you have coming back versus what you lose?
You know, first thing, the guys we're losing, our seniors, man, class acts. You know, the things they've done, you know, for our programs. They've put bricks in the foundation at Jacksonville State that are winning this class that, you know, has ever come through in FCS football in the history of the program. You know, they've done things off the field that's been spectacular, and they're going to be great men. They're going to be great husbands and fathers one day, and that's what I look forward to seeing what the next, you know, 20 to 30 years holds, you know, for these guys. They're going to be great members of society and, you know, great leaders. Because they're winners. There's no doubt in my mind about them. They're winners.
Okay, we'll have time for one more question, and I think you asked for it first. I'm sorry.
Jeff Kopak, the Foreman Fargo. Eli, you guys had your way with offenses almost all year. Was there a difference in physicality, quickness, anything today on NDSU?
I mean, we knew that North Dakota State was a great football team, great defense. You know, we watched film, and I mean, we saw in the film that they play hard, play fast. You know, they get to the ball, but I mean, it was all about us. It was all about how we played. I mean, if we played the way we played all season, the outcome of the game would have been different, and we didn't do that. I mean, I feel like that I didn't play like I usually play. I mean, I feel like I didn't play up to my standards, and that was the reason why we lost this game. I mean, it should have been different. I mean, we're a great offense, and I'm proud of our offense, the way we played all season. But we just wasn't clicking today, and I don't know why, but it just didn't click.
Ben, thank you. Again, great season. Guys, you can take your name tags there. John, if you want this. See you next week. Thank you. I think we're waiting on some players to get rounded up here. So we should be up here momentarily. Here we are. We got steps over here. Okay, just go ahead. I don't know if they're over there. Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations. Congratulations. You need water? Hey, Ryan. Ryan, a short night. We'll wait for Coach Kleiman. There he is. Okay.
I'm freezing still, too.
I just sent Ryan after you. Congratulations.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, a reminder, please turn off any cell phones. Video is not allowed except through our other. And once again, if you have a question, please identify yourself and identify to whom you are directing the question. Congratulations, Chris, once again.
Thank you. Got a great group of players and led by these guys up front here. And obviously, we're really ecstatic about the win today. Our guys were really focused today. You could tell it during pregame. You could tell, morning stuff, the last-minute walkthroughs and so forth. Our guys were a really focused group, and I knew they would play extremely well. We jumped on them quickly, which we thought was a real big key. Time of possession was huge, and I know we really owned that the first half, which allowed us to get a big lead. And so happy for Carson to come in and play the way he did. I know a lot of people maybe questioned if he would be rusty. I didn't question it at all. I know what kind of competitor he is. I know what kind of player he is, and just so happy for him. And the other thing, and I think Nick's the only defensive guy up here, but the one thing that I will say is, and some of these offense guys, Zach and Carson, have gone against our defense enough. I don't think our defense gets enough credit for being athletic and fast. We're from North Dakota. All these explosive offenses that we played in the playoffs and stuff, our defense can fly. And that's as good a defensive effort as I've seen from a 4-game stretch in the playoffs. Hats off to Coach Ince and the defensive staff, as well as all these defensive players, because I think we had the best defense in all of FCS football this year without question, especially as the season wound down. So we'll open up for questions.
Yes, we will. We have the mics up here front. Somebody, one of you. Okay.
Tyler Greenwald, NCAA.com. This is for Nick. How important was it to get after Eli Jenkins early in the game and force those turnovers to get your offense back on the field?
Yeah, it was huge. We had stress at the whole 3 weeks that we were practicing and prepping for him. We need to hop on him early and try and get him to off schedule and stop the run game. So that was huge, and force those turnovers and get our offensive ball back. That's always the game plan.
Okay.
Craig Stevenson from AL.com, also for Nick. What'd you see on the play where you intercepted the ball?
Just reading the quarterback's eyes, pretty much. So just watching film and seeing what they're out and run routes and seeing his eyes.
Up here in the middle.
Mike McCann with KVR in Fargo. My question's for Carson. When you saw Andrew Bonnet catch that first touchdown pass, what went through your head?
Just felt like old times almost. We actually same play. I've hit him a couple times, and I was just real fired up. I was fired up the whole day to be out there, and just a lot of fun.
Okay, up front.
Eric Peterson, Forum newspaper in Fargo. This is for Chris and Nick. In an age of high-powered offenses, to hold 4 consecutive playoff teams under 300 yards total, I mean, how tough is that to do, and what led into that?
Couple things. It's extremely tough to do. Our guys, and Nick will attest to this, we practice an awful lot and show the guys an awful lot of looks so that they're locked in on their fits and locked in on all their assignments. But the other thing from a defensive perspective, when you're holding the football for 41 minutes and the other team has it for 19 and we average probably between 37 and 40 the entire playoff run, it's not that difficult to play defense when you know you're only going to be out there for 3 to 5 plays, get off the field, then go drink Gatorade for 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes. Because that's what our offense has been able to do all through the playoffs. Time of possession is not an underrated statistic, and the more you can wear a defense down, the better it is for your offense, but the better it is for your defense because you're always staying fresh.
Nick, respond.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Coach Wentz was saying last night in our meeting that we saw some of those plays over 1,000 times over this 3-week stretch. So just being prepared and knowing what they're going to run is huge, and just getting those looks.
Let's go right here.
Mike McFeely from the Forum. Carson, were you even better than you thought you could be today? Especially that first half, you were pretty good.
We definitely left some plays out there. But, I felt good. I felt good for the last couple of weeks now, and I think I kind of showed a little today. The rust, people might have wanted to talk about it. I think I showed that. But we had a lot of guys, a lot of receivers making plays out there on the ball, and that was big for me.
Yeah, up here in the middle.
Tyler Greenwald, NCAA.com. This is for Carson. How much easier did the defense make your job on offense, giving you the ball back on a few occasions?
Oh my gosh, they were unbelievable. Like Coach already mentioned, all playoffs, the whole season, defense never gets enough credit. They were flying around. They make our life easier. They keep getting us the ball back. They had a couple turnovers for us, helped us tremendously. We made some mistakes. We had some turnovers. I think the interception they returned in the red zone, defense held them 3 and out, held them to a field goal. They just made plays all day and all season, and they're big for us.
Okay, right here.
Mike McCann with KVR again. Coach, question for you. Ultimately, obviously, it wasn't as close as maybe we expected, but Cam Peterson, what can you say about the way he played?
Yeah, unbelievable job by Cam. Nobody's ever lost confidence in Cam. I know a lot of people question whether or not we should have kept him out there, but we didn't as coaches. We see the young man every day. We're around him every day. He's a really mature kid for a freshman, and being around Ben LeCompte has really helped him. And I know this will springboard Cam because he was huge for us today. That first field goal was big. We held the thing for 7 minutes, and he went and drilled it. And so happy for Cam. He deserved that.
Question, Eric Peterson Forum. Question here for Zach. You made the decision around this time last year to come back. Is this how you thought it would end, and you're surprised that you finish your career like this?
Going into it, everybody hopes that they can make it back again. But, it was kind of up in the air at this point of if I was going to come back or not. And just looking back at everything that this team accomplished, everything I've been through with all the seniors, everybody that's here, I'm totally glad I made the decision to come back and definitely paid off.
Mike McFeely from the Forum. For you again, Zach, 2-part question. Number 1, 5 titles over your career, 6-year career, but 5 titles, which is got to be unprecedented, at least for other programs. And second of all, just talk about Carson today and how sharp he was and how he found you today.
He looked great out there. You know, a lot of people were doubting him, you know, through the injury the past few weeks, and I don't know how many times I got asked, is he going to play, who's going to start, and, you know, in the back of my mind, you know, he's a fighter. We knew he was going to come out and do his job today, but just having that connection and practicing together just really paid off for today. I mean, it speaks for itself. It's amazing to be part of a team that's won 5, and to end my career with the 5th one is just so cool.
Okay, we have back here and then to you, Jeff.
Ross Uglum, scout, Carson, and then coach. Can you just talk a little bit about the job that Easton Stick did this season in getting you guys here?
Yeah, I think I mentioned it yesterday when we were in here, and I owe that kid so much. You know, that kid, once I went down, you know, we had, all the coaches, all the players had all the confidence in the world in him. He prepared all year long as if he was the starter, and he just took it and ran with it. You know, he did a tremendous job, and, you know, I owe that kid so much.
Chris.
Obviously, we talked about it yesterday. We wouldn't be here without Easton Stick, and you can tell what kind of person Easton Stick is by the article that came out a week ago about his number one goal was to get Carson a chance to play again, and that tells you all you need to know about Easton Stick. What a great young man.
Okay, right. Well, up here for Jeff first. Yeah.
Jeff Kopak, the Forum. Carson, you kind of mentioned it before, but you looked rather animated, I think, before the game. You know, can you get a little sense of your emotions all day today?
You know, I was just excited. Kind of had the first game jitters for me a little bit, just with the emotions and the excitement and the anxiety setting in with that. Sleeping last night was kind of a pain in the butt. You know, but I love this game so much, and I was just so thankful to get an opportunity with these guys and to go out the right way. And just the emotions were just a lot of fun. A lot of fun was had.
Okay, right here.
Chris, first of all, 5 straight titles. How do you put that into words? It's unprecedented. And then secondly, what do you do different? What does this program do that you're clearly a notch above every other FCS program? What do you do?
Well, it is. It's remarkable, the 5 titles. I can't put it into words. I'm hoping someday I'll be able to. But it's remarkable what these guys have done. What we do differently, I don't know. You know, we talk all the time. We'll meet. Nick's the only one up here. But we'll meet in January, and we'll talk about staying humble and staying hungry. And will Kramer let you wear any championship stuff in the weight room? No, I mean we don't talk about that stuff. It's just, you know, just attack the process. And for us, we're going to attack the process, which is the off season, and get guys better and better, and win the day next year and keep winning plays. And I don't know. It's amazing. It's these guys, you know, and it's Coach Kramer, and it's our assistant coaches, and it's the culture. It's all the guys that are out there on the field and the alums. Those are the guys that we do this for, and it's remarkable. I can't put it into words. Hopefully someday I'll be able to. Maybe I can finish that last chapter of your book now.
Craig.
Coach, Craig Haley from Stats. As you're talking about that, from year to year, do you have to find different buttons to push, even if you're trying to do the same goal?
Most likely, yes. You know, everything's a little different. Last year, we had an unbelievable run for 9 in a row, lost a football game, and came back, and we lost Travis Beck and all those other things. And then this year, we lost a couple of football games and lost the best quarterback in college football, not FCS, in college football. And people thought we're out. And we had a young quarterback play phenomenal football, and we ran the ball well, and we played great defense, and then we were able to come back and win in the playoffs. It's amazing what we've been able to do.
Okay, right up here in front.
Dale McFadden with the American Sports Network. Coach, there was a segment late in the game where the team swapped turnovers on three straight plays. Walk us through that segment. How do you account emotion-wise and planning-wise when something's changing that quickly, that fast?
Well, we were able to get 2 of the 3, so it ended up being a good trade for us. But no, we got the fumble, which was really key because they were moving the football. They were a much better team in the second half than they were the first half. Give them credit. I thought they played really well in the second half. We jumped on them a little bit in the first half. And then Coach Polisek drew up a play we've been working on to take a shot with a trick play, and it didn't work. And then Jordan Champion, that was his first collegiate pick. And Champs, you guys have been around. Champs dropped an awful lot of picks, and I love Jordan Champion, and he knows it. And I've never seen a kid so excited to make a play. And that's our defense right there, isn't it, Nick? Is just Jordan Champion making that big time play.
Jeff, you're next.
Carson, what's the next few days for you? Are you heading out right now, or you get a couple days, or what do you do?
Yeah, myself and there's actually a couple other ones that are going out right away. I'm heading to California later tonight, and got to enjoy this one first, though.
Right here.
Chris, do you get the sense that other programs are trying to copy what you're doing? Is there anybody else out there trying to emulate what you're doing, playing defense, controlling the clock? Because college football, like Jeff said earlier, seems to be going the other way. Everybody's throwing the ball around.
I don't know. I know this. You can win a national championship by playing a fullback. You can win a national championship by playing under center and working play action and working bootlegs and running the football with success and staying in a huddle and waiting until it goes down to 3-2-1 to snap a football and playing great defense. But no, there's not a lot of people that are doing this. And I don't know if football will change. I doubt it. That's the nature of everything is fast-paced and no huddle, and I get it. But for us, this works for us, and we're not going to change.
Okay, we have a question back over here.
Adam Grosspark, Dallas Morning News. Carson, you're going to be in the Senior Bowl. The Cowboys staff has been announced as one of the coaching staffs for the North team. Have you thought about the possibility of playing with that staff?
I guess I have not. I was extremely focused on this game, and I guess I'll start thinking about it now. So thanks for pointing it out.
And I will say this: I found out Joe Haig was invited to the Senior Bowl last night as well. So Joe Haig will be joining him, and well deserved. Joe's a dynamite player for us.
Okay, right up here, and then Craig, you'll be the last question. Right up here.
Tyler Greenwald, NCAA.com again. This is for Nick and Coach. Either one of you or both of you can answer if you want. Going up against the Jacksonville offense that scores a lot of points, puts up a lot of yards, what do you tell the defense to kind of get them motivated to be able to play at the level that they were able to execute the strategy?
I think we just play for each other, and that's really something that we always push, and, playing for the guy next to you. And that's at least what motivates us on the defensive side of the ball. And then, limiting the explosive play. We've heard, for the last 3 weeks, like I keep saying, but all we hear is how explosive their offense is, and all the credit to them. They are a great team and everything, but that was our motivation too, was to stop them and limit those plays.
Assignment sound, being assignment sound football. Limit the calls that you make. I just listened on the headset. Coach Ince probably made 3, maybe 4 calls. We didn't have a lot of calls today, and if you practice those 3 or 4 calls against everything you see, you get those pictures in your mind, and the kids do a great job of executing.
Okay, Craig, this will be the last question.
Craig Haley from Stats. Zach, can you talk about, over the last 3 months, what it was like to see a close friend like Carson, the highs and lows of what he was going through, and then to see the first quarter and see what was happening for him?
Well, right when the playoffs started, I guess throughout the whole injury process, he was always running with our strength coach, Coach Kramer, and before practice started, he's out there getting a sweat on, and all of us haven't even started warming up yet. But he's put in the work during all the practices, even when he's not out there actually throwing the ball. You can tell he totally cares about this program, and now to see him come out in this game, it just showed the team and everybody else what we can overcome. And injuries aren't going to hold us back. We push through and we prevail.
Men, thank you. Congratulations. I guess we won't see you guys next year, but might see you. Nick will back, and Nick will be back. Okay. Grab your signs, guys. Grab your signs.
Take those with you.